Hi, Marbs here, and today I'm excited to share my final Steelbook video for 2025. And buddy, this one is a blockbuster. I cannot believe how many Steelbooks we've accumulated here with this rush at the end of the year. Now, I've got to say my thanks to publishers Plaion, Deep Silver, Focus, Entertainment, Microids for delivering all kinds of Steelbooks that were must-owns here at the end of the year, and some great Amazon exclusives that I think are worthy of your consideration as well. So let's get started. First one we're going to talk about is an interesting one that I've been chasing for many years. Now, there aren't things that I can honestly admit that I have chased for a long period of time, but this one is the Australian Forza Motorsport limited edition Steelbook. Now, this one's a little banged up, but you have to remember, getting any of them from Australia is going to be expensive because there were so few of these to begin with. They were pre-orders at EB Games in Australia from what I understand, and they were very, very limited, so there just aren't that many of them. And many Forza collectors are after them because up to that point, we always had, Forza Steelbooks. So Forza 6 being 20th anniversary and all, and in not getting a Steelbook, it was kind of odd. But the reason is that they had done a deal with the V8 supercars, which you see on the back, and the celebration of the Mount Panorama circuit and Bathurst. It just was an Australian-oriented thing. So I think that's part of the reason why they had it on an Australian-focused Steelbook. Now, the second one here that I'm going to show you, this is it. Yep, our annual Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now, Call of Duty this time around, the Steelbook was a Best Buy exclusive. I think it has a striking image on the Steelbook, and the chroming looks really great. Now, one knock I can make about this that's kind of a real bummer is that Best Buy has an inventory control barcode here at the bottom, and I usually use Goobagon to get those off and stuff, but still, even after that, it does kind of sometimes look the worst. So I guess I'm just going to leave this one on, but I know they want to control the inventory and scan these things, but adhering directly to the Steelbook like this can be kind of a problem. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is another one that I've actually been chasing for a while. This is Construction Simulator from Astragon Entertainment. Yes, Construction Simulator. This is the slip sleeve for the UK, French, and German edition of the Construction Simulator. Now, it comes with a day one edition of the game, and this is a UK, as you can see here, and then a beautiful Steelbook. It looks sort of like a granite look to it. It is a little plain, but I like the embossing of the logo and stuff, and I do think it's pretty striking, and it's also highly rare. Now, I got a short out there of that, and I was trying to call people's attention to how rare it actually is, and I don't think anybody really cared, but I thought it was kind of cool. I have the slip sleeve for it. I didn't have the slip sleeve at first. Let me give a shout out to Ghost Gamer Dad for hooking me up on that. The next one here we're going to talk about is a steel case. Yes, this is a steel case, my friends, and this one is from Nacon, who's the latest steel case offender. This is not a real Steelbook, and this one is for Hell Is Us. Now, Hell Is Us got a deluxe edition on PlayStation, and I was able to cut a deal to just purchase the Steelbook to put my standard copy of the game in it from Nacon, so I could make my own Hell Is Us Steelbook. Now, interestingly, this game, I think it's kind of strange. I'm not really engaged with the game. The idea of not having waypoints or a map and kind of having to do everything by discovery, it didn't resonate with me, and that's just how things go sometimes. Some games just don't work. Now, this is the Deluxe Dragon of Double Dragon. Yes, the Deluxe Dragon of Double Dragon. And this is the Revive, and this is the limited edition. I believe they're calling it limited. No, actually, it's Deluxe edition from the UK. Now, I gotta be honest, I overpaid to get this because of the tariffs, but I gotta say, as soon as I saw the purple Steelbook that was included, it wasn't even a question. The purple Steelbook is two-sided, and it's got the logos for both of the Double Dragon guys. The inside is pretty cool. It comes with some art cards, a poster that they folded, unfortunately, so you can't really enjoy that real well because of the folds, but some digital content too. It's a really nice package, striking steelbook, and it comes with an official art book too. But if you're gonna invest in this, I strongly urge you to make sure that it comes with the commemorative slip sleeve, because I'm not sure all of the deluxes had the slip sleeve, but it was unavailable in North America, so that I think that makes it one you should definitely take a look at if you're into Double Dragon. Now, this is Vampire Bloodlines 2. Now, this is from our friends at Plaion, and this is a brand new game, well, not brand new game, but a brand new reissue of the game with all of the additional bonus and deluxe content. Now, it comes with this beautiful steelbook, which I'll put here for a moment, and then I'll call your attention to this beautiful case with translucent slip sleeve. Now, one thing about this, because of the way that the box is made, it has rounded edges, and when they applied the heat for the slip sleeve, it makes the slip sleeve a little hard to get on and off. However, you know, I still think it looks good, and it's definitely one that is really awesome. It looks good. It's got a really nice mix of content, and it wasn't one that I expected to come out. It just sort of appeared one day. Now, the next one I have for you here is a Gotti. That's right. It's a game of the year, and there is no better game of the year than Expedition 33. I really loved Expedition 33. I'm not all the way through it yet. I kind of got stuck, but I'm working on it, and I'm going to go back and finish it. Now, this is the brand new Mirror Edition, which is an Amazon exclusive. The Steelbook is awesome. It has a great look to it, and I really like the look of the Steelbook as in relation to the game. Great bold lettering on the spine too, and you guys know how much I love that. Now, it comes in a nice box with the standard edition of the game and some DLC. Well, I don't know if it's actually DLC. It's just extra content for the game. It's pretty cool. This is a great way to own this one. If you're going to choose to buy a physical for Expedition 33, I say the Amazon Mirror exclusive is probably your best bet. Now, we have another unexpected one, and one I saved to the very end. This is the Ultima Limited Edition of Warhammer Space Marine 2. Now, what's interesting about this is that it is the Ultimate Edition, and it comes with, that's right, a beautiful new Steelbook and this Season 2 Pass. Now, I gotta say, I like this Steelbook a lot, but if you'll recall, I had the Gold Edition, and I have the Gold Edition Steelbook too. This makes it another game that we have in what I call the dual Steelbook releases. And I gotta say, after looking at both of them, boy, they're both really cool, but I really like the Ultima new one better. I like the way it's embossed into the metal, and it just has a really cool look to it that I think is different from the original one we got with the Gold Edition. This is also, I believe, not an Amazon limited, so you might be able to get this through others, but there are links in the description to pick up these games if they're available through Amazon. And remember, your support on Amazon, even though it's a small commission, every little bit helps. So if you are going to buy any of these, if you could toss me some support, that'd be great. I tell you, I was really surprised that we ended up with this many Steelbooks at the end of the year. God, to say, that was just huge. And we've got some huge games here too. These aren't just throwaway Steelbooks. These are some solid offerings. Now, what we've got coming in the new year, the announcement of the new Screamer Steelbook looks sizzling, and there are a couple of others that I think are going to get Steelbook announcements as well. So I do think, at least for the time being, in the first quarter, we are going to have some more Steelbooks next year to look at, which I gotta say excites David to no end. My name's Marbs. Thank you for watching. Now, if you can slam that subscribe button for me, that'd be a real big help. I'll see you in the next one.